Good morning, Disney, and good morning to my friends. I am so glad you guys are here. It's been a while since I've gone live. I think I missed you more than I can possibly make you understand. It's been too long. I need this. I want this, and I'm so glad you guys are here. Glad I'm here. There is 0% chance, 0% chance that I get through all of the news that I want to get to today. All of the Disney news. There's no way. So if you're watching live, thank you so much. Thank you for being here live. If you're watching Team Replay, I've got good news. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to get to. I'm going to do my best to make sure we've got chapters on the bottom so you can jump right to the stories you want to get to. We're going to go about 45 minutes today because I do need to get to work. But there's a lot to get to. There is super lot to get to. And again, so hashtag Team Replay in the comments if you're watching on replay. Thank you so much. And if you're here live, thank you for that. I'm going to say hello to everybody in chat here in a minute. Before we do that, I want to go down the list of all the topics that I like to get to today. So break is over. Break time is over. And, if you watch all of my content, because who watches all of my content? Nobody watches all of my content. I don't even watch all of my content. But if you are watching it close, you know that I've been taking a break. October is generally when I take a little break anyway. We've got an anniversary. We usually do the trip that I extended a little bit, and I usually do planning for the next year. All of that to say, I've missed you so much. And it's not that I didn't know already that I love this, and I love you guys, and I love the connections, but, it's like when you take something away, and it's not like nobody took it away. I just was taking a break, but I'm going to do all I can to get to all of this. Now, when I take a break, even for a couple days, it usually becomes, for Good Morning Disney, a challenge to get through all the stuff. That's not the issue today. Today's issue, all the news that I want to share with you guys today, honestly, it's more than we'll ever get to. So let's get to it. And then I'm going to say hello to everybody in chat. I see everybody popping in. Welcome in, guys. You guys ready? Look at all of the news of the day. So there's a that's football. Pittsburgh Steelers owner selling a house in Golden Oak. Not to me. Unfortunately, we're going to talk about that. There's new Disney Pixar shorts on Disney Plus I want to talk about. Do you play Minecraft? I don't. I work with kids. I run an after-school program. Lots of the kids love Minecraft. They have for years. Disney Minecraft game comes out tomorrow. Eddie Murphy talks about one of his biggest regrets in life, and it has to do with a iconic Disney role. Eternals tops the box office for the second week in a row. Bunch of new items on Disney Plus. Lots of new items on Disney Plus. We talked about the shorts. We'll talk about that more. At the Disney parks, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride taking shape. We'll talk about the facade. Hey, everybody. I'm going to say hi to everybody in chat here in 1 minute. There's a Universal designer. Can't call him an Imagineer, I guess, because he's at Universal, and he's suing Disney for the drop mechanism on Rise of the Resistance. Hopefully we'll get to that. Toontown in Disneyland. Change is coming. We'll get to that. Is Disney going to buy an iconic workout company? It rhymes with Peloton. We'll talk about that in a minute. Disney employees from California have been talking about moving to Central Florida for about 6 months now. They're talking about some of the execs. They're moving the business side of it from tax-heavy California to tax-more friendly Florida. And the exodus has begun. And Central Florida house prices are going up, and inventory is going down, down, down. So a bunch of my friends moved there last year. Good job. If you haven't bought your house yet, hurry up. You know who I'm talking to. Netflix has a higher value than Disney, and what that means for Disney, and I submit to you, it's a good thing. Encanto comes out next week. The reviews are through the roof. Disney, Apple, there's been rumors for about a decade now. The merging, the one buying the other of Disney and Apple. And obviously there's a Pixar relationship there, and there's a new connection that we're going to talk about that comes out, I think, tomorrow. Also a little bit of Fraggle Rock talk, which I throw in there for my wifey because she loves it. And the biggest news, and Lin-Manuel Miranda slamming cancel culture as it relates to some of the stuff as it relates to all of it. And we'll talk about that. I doubt we're going to get to that, honestly. But the biggest news is Disney CEO Bob Chapek. He went on Fast Money after the earnings call. What was it? Thursday of last week. We talked about it on the Good Morning Disney shows that we did last week and talked about why. Stock has dropped like crazy. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And we're going to talk about the metaverse big time. But I hope you don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I want to get that all out there. There's a strong chance we're not going to get to all of those stories during the next 40 minutes or so. Let's say hi to everybody who's in chat. Again, if you're hashtag Team Replay, put that in the comments. I appreciate you guys who are here live. I appreciate you guys who are here on Team Replay either way. And again, I'm going to try my best to make sure either it auto generates or I'll put in the chapters on the bottom. So if you're Team Replay and you're in on the first 5 minutes, I haven't got to any of the stories, you can just jump ahead to the story you want. All right. First in the house, my new friend, Ken, the content coach. Great guy. You guys got to check him out. It's been about a week and a half now. I was on his channel. Go check out his channel. Look for the interview that I was on if you want. Or check out his new stuff. Great guy. Glad to see you here, Ken. Jory West is here. Jory, I love you. Thank you for being here. Rob Buzz in the house. What's going on, my man? Happy to see you here. Disabled Adventures, who was just in the parks. Welcome back. So glad to see you here. Hey, Lori French, how are you, my friend? Dean, the Turkey Lakester. I got a hat for you. My mama's in the house. Oh, why can't I scroll? Come on, scroll, baby. Toby Northern. Hey, how are you? Good morning to you. Brittany's in. Hey, Brittany. I finally made it to a live again. Brittany from Bed, Bamboo, and Beyond. So my daughter has a Facebook page. They're crazy for like the bamboo. This is very comfy. This is very comfy. The bamboo stuff is even more comfy. They're like, it's like a whole bamboo cult over there. And my, that was a weird noise. And I feel like my daughter is leading the way, but Brittany's in there. Welcome in. We do a little trivia. Haven't in a while, but welcome in, Brittany. I'm really glad to see you. It's Joey. What's going on, Joey? And or Joey's family. Hope you're having a great day. BDF Keith is in the house. What's going on? Keith is planning a birthday celebration in the Disney parks. I'm glad to see you here, my man. And is in. Hey, stranger, long time no see. Just in for swimming. Nice. So sleepy. Yeah, she's in Europe. By the way, Anna's here. Anna's a big fan of the radio show. I need to make sure I mention that on Magic the Mouse Radio. Top 100 songs of all time. We're going to get to the news right after this. Top 100 songs of all time by me. I'm counting them down. This week, we're having a blast. I've got 3 shows in the can. It's going to be amazing. We're almost at the top 20. You need to be listening on Magic the Mouse Radio. If you want to check out my show, go there. Check out my show. It's called the Disney Countdown. It is a blast. We're taking our sweet 1-year-old, for the first time, and our 13-year-old for the 100th time. Nice, to the Magic Kingdom for Christmas. We haven't been in 2 years. Any tips on what to expect? Yeah, a great time. Here's my tip for everybody who goes to Disney. Don't ruin the trip with expectations of doing everything. Your expectations should be high. You're going to have a great time. You're going to have a blast. Whether you're at the Magic Kingdom or you're at the Epcot or any or all the parks, it's going to be a great time. I find it weird that sometimes people screw themselves into a little, I'm not going to have any fun because I want to do everything mode. You can't control other people. You can't control the crowds. You can't control the weather in Orlando or anywhere for that matter. You can't control a lot of things. What you can control is remembering where you are and how awesome it is and how much you probably saved up and how long it took, and have a great time. There's so many great experiences there. Do what you want. Plan for the things that you want to do the most, but make sure that plan is not, I want to do everything, because that's the way people come away unhappy. But I hope you have a great time. Christmas in the Disney parks is one of my favorite things in the world. My birthday is Christmas Day. I interchange the word Christmas and Disney sometimes. That's how much they connect with me. I love the parks. I love the holidays. Those together are my favorite thing in the world. So, Brittany, you're going to have a blast. Here's my real advice. Take a lot of pictures and make sure I'm following you on Instagram, or send me a link so I can follow you on Instagram so I can go with you vicariously, because I don't get to go this year for the holidays. All right, let's get to it. The Metaverse. All right, the Metaverse is a big deal. Do you guys know what the Metaverse is? I feel like when I was planning this last night, I thought, do I want to talk about the Metaverse? Like, I know that some people are going to know exactly what I'm going to talk about, and I know some people have no idea what it is. A couple weeks back, Mark Zuckerberg, Mr. Facebook, did a crazy video and talked about the Metaverse. They even changed the name of the company from Facebook to Meta. What is the Metaverse? Why does it matter to Disney? Why does it matter to you? Think of the Metaverse as a place to go for experiences. So, will the Disney Metaverse be you wearing a augmented reality headset? Not necessarily. There will be some of that. If you want to do that, you will. The good news is it'll be much smaller. The Oculus headset is the one that everybody's thinking about. Oculus by Facebook, now Meta. I think it's by Facebook. I hope it is, or I just lied. It's a big, cumbersome headset. Now, I put 2 links in the description of this video. When we're done, if you want more information on this, you can check it out. It's a Wall Street Journal reporter who spent 24 hours in the metaverse, which was no one's going to do that, right? But she did it, and it made for a good headline, and made me find the headline, and it was interesting, and she did give me some interesting feedback. But think about it like this. Like, I own a Peloton. When I'm on the Peloton, I'm looking at a screen, and my coach, Cody, or Leanne, or whoever it is on my screen talking to me. Now, I can listen to them live. They can interact with me and everyone else in the class live, or I can watch it on a replay, and I can just hear him or her coaching me, even though I'm not there at the same time as them. Either or. I can also be on my Peloton, and I can drive around on my bike with the screen taking me to Rome, or taking me to the beaches of San Diego, or taking me to Australia, or taking me to a mountain biking trail that I'll never go on in real life. Now, that's just a screen, and it's just in real life I have the screen. But then when you put on the headset, not with Peloton, but if you put on the headset for Oculus, then you can look left, you can look right, you can look up, you can look down. There are 360 videos here on YouTube, right? Some people love them, some people hate them. It's happening. The metaverse is coming. Like, so my buddy Bill is driving his, what day is it? Like tomorrow or the next, tomorrow, I think he leaves from the East Coast all the way to Texas to see, he's going to stop by and see me, and he's going to see his son. And he's going to be driving his Tesla. He has self-driving mode in that Tesla. My point is, that's not the metaverse. My point is, these are technologies that are coming. They're not here yet. I want to be clear. The metaverse is not currently here. There's no metaverse. There's things that are on the way to the metaverse, like NFTs, non-fungible tokens, pieces of art, like the lady, again, link in the description if you want to check this out. The lady from the Wall Street Journal, I hope that's right. I'm pretty sure she's a Wall Street Journal. Might have been New York Times. I think it's a Wall Street Journal. Doesn't matter. The journalist, the writer, again, click in the link. You can watch her video. It's like 8 minutes or so. She spent about 24 hours in the metaverse, and she put her headphone on. She wasn't really in the metaverse, but she went to things that are metaverse-like. So like, she had a workout, like I mentioned with the Peloton. Imagine the Peloton, but it's all immersive. Imagine the Disney park. So let's get back to Bob Chapek and Disney. They're talking about the metaverse, and it's going to be a place where Disney fans can have an experience. The interviewer from Fast Money, I believe, right after the earnings call last Thursday, asked Bob Chapek, is this a place that we're going to go to and you're going to charge us like you charge us to go to the parks? You're going to charge us to go into the Disney metaverse? And I don't believe he answered that question directly, actually. He talked about it's going to be a place where you can watch a show like their movies. Like, you go into the Disney parks and have an experience. You can have a Disney parks-like experience in the metaverse. You can have a Disney movies experience in the metaverse. You can have a Disney books experience. They're going to tell you stories. They're going to give you experiences. Think about the Star Wars hotel. And this is kind of an interesting segue to earnings. So I'm going to get super nerdy here, guys, for a minute. I like the business side of Disney. If you're here for just parks, there's a lots of channels for it. I love the Disney parks, don't get me wrong, but I like Disney as a whole, as a totality. I don't like everything about them. I like most things about them, and I'm a big fan. I'm an investor. I own some Disney stock. I'm a fan. I go on vacation there. I like Disney a lot. Disney is going to, and Disney's always been on the cutting edge of technology. I don't know if people really understand that. They've been the major player moving everyone towards streaming. You couldn't say it was Netflix. I would disagree with that. Netflix came first. Disney bought BAMTech. I hope I'm saying that right. That was a company that worked with Major League Baseball, bringing live sports, in this case, to streaming. They were the first to do it well. Disney bought them. The BAMTech people are now Disney employees. All of this to say, Disney has always been on the cutting edge of technology, from the 3D art that showed Snow White with depth to today's Disney Plus. The metaverse is a thing. It's coming. It's not here. It's coming. Hey, Candy Mom. Disney is a well-oiled machine. Amen. Paying attention to the business side is so fascinating. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah, I agree. So tomorrow, I believe, one of the stories that we'll probably never get to, because I'm going along on my favorite story of the day, the metaverse here, and how it relates to Disney. Tomorrow, what the heck is the name of the game that so popular that my brain just went away? What the heck is it? I don't want to lie to you. Minecraft, yeah. So a Disney Minecraft game is coming tomorrow. So if you don't know Minecraft, and I don't know it well, I don't play it. I work with kids. Some of them, hey, Pete, what's going on, buddy? So, hey, here for a moment. What's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Good to see you. If I miss anybody else, I apologize. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. So Minecraft is a game where kids build their own world, okay? Remember, Disney had Disney Infinity. And my kids loved it, by the way. My kids, when I say my kids, I mean my kids in my family and my kids in my after-school programs. I owned personally a Disney Infinity, and I didn't own. My organization had 3 or 4 Disney Infinity, consoles, all the stuff, because the kids loved it so much. You know, they had you put the Mickey Mouse on there, and then you could interact with him in a world. Very metaverse-y. Now, that was on a screen. It wasn't 3D. It wasn't a full render world. But within the Disney Infinity world, one of the things there was games you could play and all this stuff. But one of the things that they had was a very much Minecraft-y like space where you could build your own and then fill in the blank. You could build your own Disney park. You could build your own home. You could build your own anything. And they were doing that. Now, that's what you need to be considering. It's this all-encompassing thing. Now, you could pretend like no one's going to do this. There's a lot of people my age and older who are pretending like this is nothing. People are buying NTFs, non-fungible tokens. People are buying blockchain cryptocurrency. I like cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. These things are real. They are the future. They're not going away, and Disney's going to be a player in them. There will be their own currency within. So, for instance, I don't play the game, but one of those first shooter games where you run around and you jump into an immersive land, you shoot up everybody. Think about that, but less violent, frankly. I guess it could be even more violent. Those games that are on a screen are now going to be all-encompassing. But it's beyond games. It's a workout. You can go and work out. You can do yoga on the beach. There's meetings. Like you see a lot of the Facebook meeting stuff there, the meta meeting stuff. Think about it like Zoom. So have you had a Zoom meeting? Many of us over the past 2 years now, right, have had Zoom meetings. And Call of Duty Battlefield. Yeah, I was thinking more, what's the one where they float over and they jump in? I'm not a gamer. I just don't know gaming that well, but it's very much that stuff. There's a lot of gaming. It is traceable, PDF. You just don't know who it is. There's a lot of gaming applications, but there's a lot more than that. So again, think of like a Zoom meeting, but there's an avatar there. Currently, the avatar is just the torso and up to the head. There's no leg stuff, but think of it like that. And it could be your actual face or it could be your torso. Avatar, cartoony, but you can have a meeting with your boss. Like you're hearing him, you're seeing him, you're in the same space, but you're at your house or you're at your office or whatever. There's a lot of people who aren't even going back to the office. You know, we talked about so the pandemic had everyone working from home and then some were going to go back to the office. There's a bigger percentage of people who aren't going back to the office than anybody ever guessed. There was guesses. I heard people saying 15% of the people won't ever come back. We're looking at closer to 50% of the people who will never go back to the office. Many employers have found out that you don't have to. You can do most of your work from wherever. And that's in the future going to be the metaverse. You can I want to meet with my employees on a fairly regular basis. I don't want them to have to fly to see me or to drive to see me, or I don't want to fly to see them or drive to see them every time. Now it's good to see people one-on-one, but you can meet. We're doing it with Zoom. It's just fine. It's like, are you going to use snail mail? Are you going to send an email? Are you going to text me? Do you need me to answer the phone? Can we just communicate more effectively? So the metaverse is a little bit like that. So back to the Disney stuff. Hey, Bob and Kelly, what's going on? Hey, Pax, what's going on? By the way, I haven't said thank you to my members. If you see people in green, they have access to emojis. They're members of the channel. By now, I should have said thank you to them. Thank you to them. Thank you to you. I love you guys. I love you all. A little special shout out to the members. Okay, so back to Bob Chapek. So if you want to see the whole interview, I believe it was on Fast Money. I don't think it was one of the links I put in there. But where did it go? Anyway, my point is he's talking about how it's going to be a place, a physical place. Like you can own property, but never stand on that property. Very much like a non-fungible token, an NFT. Any of you own NFTs? Any of you buy art? She, in the article that I've talked about a few times, again, link in the bio if you're new here, to the lady who spent 24 hours in the metaverse. She went to a art museum in the metaverse. So when you're walking around this, so I live in Fort Worth and we've got a lot of really good museums really close to my house, actually. And I mean, well, within a half hour. And imagine that you put on this headset and you go and you see the Picasso, or you see, in this case, the Beeple, or whoever, the non-fungible token artist. Within Disney, it'll be so like you've got these 4D games or events, like you go, what is it, like Philhar Magic, or maybe it's the Frozen ride, right? Or maybe it's the Star Wars ride, or even better, probably Flight of Passage, taking it to the parks. You can do a ride without leaving your couch. It's like a movie, but it's going to be more immersive experience. Imagine Avatar, the movie, 3D, 360. I think that's where we're going with that. I'm way behind in chat. Let me get caught up real fast. Cryptocurrencies, Visa, MasterCard, gift card are the payment method preferred by scammers on phone. Yes. Don't give people. Yes. Don't give people. If you don't have any crypto, you don't have to worry about it, Keith. If you have crypto, don't give them your wallet. If you have a crypto wallet, don't give it to anybody. The metaverse has some very concerning factors, in your opinion. Toby, I'd love to talk about it. I think anything new, people's default is fear. I'm not saying yours is, Toby. That's not what I mean at all. But generally, we default to fear. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, like, people are going to say I'm a little, and I would be, right? My buddy, I mentioned, Bill is going to drive from the East Coast to Texas. He has a Tesla. It has self-drive. I've been in a Tesla with self-drive yet. And I certainly haven't been behind the wheel while it's self-driving. I know what happens. You click the clicker and it goes. My mind is, I don't even understand. Now, I deeply understand that people are going to be worse than machines. There'll be less accidents when there's less people driving, because we're texting, or we're looking at the pretty girl over there, or we're thinking about our lunch or whatever. But it's still scary because it's new, right? But I'd love to hear more, Toby. I'm very excited about the blockchain. I think there's so many opportunities to decentralize, to take it away from the government, blah, 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 blah. We went to an immersive Van Gogh exhibit. That's my mom in chat there, where we walked around in his paintings. That's in Dallas right now. I'm trying to get wifey to go. She's feeling better. She's been sick. I don't know. I don't want to get overly personal. We're talking about Disney stuff in the metaverse today. Not that it's a secret, but Paula's been sick again, not as bad as it was before, but she's doing much, much better. But that's one of the things that we're hoping to do now, because she's feeling better. But that Van Gogh exhibit is a good example of a application in the metaverse, although that's in the physical world. But yeah, that's a good example. So anyway, I hope I didn't ignore anybody in chat. I don't think I did. But if you're new here, welcome, by the way. My name is Jeff Bates. Dole Whip Dad is this channel. We don't go 5 days a week. We go as often as I can during the weekday, usually start at 9:15 my time, 10:15 Eastern time. And we talk about the news of the day that is Disney. Today, I'm talking a lot about the metaverse, and there's so much other news. I'm going to try to get through a bunch of them here quick. Toby says, I watched Mr. Who's the Boss video on the metaverse, and he covered some great points. I'll check it out. I don't know Mr. Who's the Boss. I remember Who's the Boss, the TV show. Toby, if you want to send me a link, I'll check it out. I'm going to go to work after this, but I'm very interested in this stuff. I love to hear people's opinions. Even pilots make mistakes on relying too much on autopilot, or even forgetting to turn off. Way more pilot error than autopilot mistake. Way more. Human error, probably 10x compared to machine. Hey, Gonzo, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see. Hope you're having a great day in Orlando. He lives out there. Yes, this is my jealous face. How you doing, buddy? Long time no talk. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, so let's get to the other news. If you have any questions about the metaverse as it relates to Disney, what I want you to understand, it's going to be a place where Disney gives you experiences. I'm going to talk a little business stuff here. Disney got crushed on the stocks. It was under 160. I don't know what it is right now. I think it was 159 to 163. I don't want to lie to you. I think that's what it was yesterday. It was as high as 210, I think. I think at its high, it was 210. I own a couple, I don't know about 25 shares, or a little more than that. And my average, I bought a lot when it was low. It was in the 90s for a while. I bought most of them at 100. I think my average is about 110. I'm not bragging. I'm just stating. My point is, this is a time to get back in. If you're a new investor, or if you just want to be a Disney investor, now is a good time. It's not going to go much lower, guys. And in my personal opinion, for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a financial professional. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. There you go. Gonzo knows. Gonzo's an investor. There you go. Gonzo knows. Gonzo's done well with investing. We haven't talked about it in a while, but he was doing great. 159. Okay, so there you go. It was 210 not that long ago. I've been calling for 210 the end of this year, 225 the end of next year for quite some time. It did hit 210. It's pulled back. It was in 180, 185, 188 mode. It pulled back to 160 after earnings. Let me explain what happened. I'm going to talk fast now because I'm running out of time. Bob Chapek, the CEO, advised two things. They're going to get to 220 to 240 million subscribers. I hope I have those numbers right. I'm not looking at notes. I think I'm remembering it right. 220 to 240 million subscribers worldwide for Disney Plus, sending about $10 a month. Are you freaking kidding me? That's their guidance for the end of 2024, I think. I apologize if I'm off on these stats. I'm not looking at my notes. I'm just going through what I think I remember. I might be off on these dates or the exact numbers. So that's been the guidance from day one. He said, Bob Chapek said in the not the most recent one, the one before this, the earnings call or the business report that they give to stockholders and to the media, he thought they'd be in the single digits, the low single digits for adding Disney Plus subscribers in the millions. So he thought low single digits. So that would be 1, 2, 3, or 4. 5's in the middle, 6, 7, 8, 9 is high, right? So 1, 2, 3, or 4 million new subscribers. That's what he projected. I think they did 2.3. Analysts, dudes who write articles online about business and stocks, thought it would be about 9 million new. Netflix did very well. They added a whole lot of new people, okay? Disney, I would suggest they did very well in adding about 2 million new. Most people who have a desire for Disney Plus have already subscribed to Disney Plus. I think it goes for 30 days. So I think it's still available to new people, to people who aren't currently members. They have a $1.99 deal for 1 month. Why are they doing that? A lot of the articles in the newspaper, in the financial stuff, was Disney must be in trouble. This is right before earnings. Now, this is my opinion for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional. Do your own research before you invest. A lot of the articles right before Disney Plus Day, which was what, Thursday, the 2-year anniversary, it's only been 2 years anniversary of Disney Plus. They talked about Disney must be hurting. They must be worried about hitting their numbers. So they're doing this special. Bob Chapek has said clearly, we had this planned for months. This being the special for $1.99. After 2 years, anybody who hasn't signed up already can get 1 month, 30 days for $1.99. Why? They have a very low churn rate. What the heck does that mean? I apologize if this is nerdy. I think this could be worth some money if you pay attention. So deal with the nerd for 1 second. The churn rate, the people leaving Disney Plus, the people who are paying a monthly fee and leaving, the percentage is epically low. Most people stay. Their long-term goal from the beginning 2 years ago to now, they just reaffirmed it. They re-established it. They agreed with their previous statement that they're going to get to do between 220 and 240 million monthly subscribers. If you pay $10 and there's 220 million people, you might have a good business. They did about 2 million new people. Some analysts had written articles that they thought they'd get about 9. Because they didn't hit the analysts' suggested increase, the stock dropped. All of that I said right now was for me to say it is an opportunity to get in. I do not believe it'll ever go lower. For entertainment purposes only, I'm not a professional advisor of your stock market portfolio. It's not going to get to 140. If it does, you should buy. Now, I will say this. I don't think you need to be in a hurry. I do think it's going to stay here for a while. I think most of the stock market's going to stay here for a while. I think it's still going to grow. I think over the next couple of years, it'll still be a positive place to be. But I think Disney's going to be in the, what are we at? What did you say, Gonzo? 158, I think he said. I think in the 155 to 170 range for a while. My opinion only, for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. But I do think by the end of next year, it's 210. And I think at the end of that, it's 225. Here's my evidence. Unless you're deaf, you just heard what we talked about with Disney Plus. Number 2, the Galaxy's Edge hotel. Everybody's freaking out how expensive it is. Oh my gosh, I'll never be able to afford that. It's too expensive. First 3 months, non-public sale. DBC members and others who had a chance to get in early. The first 3 months are sold out before it even went to public sales. 159.10. Thanks, buddy. So I don't think you need to go throw all your money into Disney right now because you want your fear of missing out on the price. I think the price is going to be here for a while, but I do think it's going to be a nice rise to 210, 225. Again, for entertainment purposes only. I'm just having fun with it, but I've done well, and I think you can too. Toby says, I just emailed. Oh, thank you, buddy. I will check it out again. Right when I'm done here, I'm going to go brush my teeth again because I need to go brush my teeth, and then I'm going to go to work. But I'll do it. I'll probably do it on my lunch break. Honestly, I appreciate it. Some countries may not allow the people to watch Disney Plus. Well, that's the other thing, Keith. I appreciate you saying that. The other big reason Disney is going to grow is they're going to double. Did you hear that? Times 2, x2, double their other countries other than America. Did I say that right? That was a horrible sentence. They're going to double their other markets. They're even doing, I think it was 300 or 400 different new local programs. That means in other languages. So that's going to be huge for Disney. Toby, I don't think watch time will decrease with the content they are putting out. People will find ways to binge watch their favorite content. Does somebody think the watch time's going down? Toby says, I can't believe Disney leadership or any streaming service is not preparing for the eventual physical return to the world. Yeah, well, you're right. Oh, it's already happened. And here for a moment, it is happening. With people getting out of the house more, Netflix and Disney is seeing the numbers decrease. Obviously, in the height of the pandemic, Netflix, I mean, come on, we watched Tiger freaking King. By the way, Tiger King 2 comes out this week. It might be tomorrow. Did you know there's a Tiger King 2? Yes, you'll never get that. Will I watch it? Yes. Will I ever get that time back? No. Am I embarrassed to admit that I'll watch it? Yes. You ever watched, can I say Jackass? Is that a bad one? I didn't want to like that show and it cracked me up. I would watch it alone in the dark when no one can see. That was one of, not really, but that's how I feel about Tiger King. It's so embarrassing. It's like, I guess it's a guilty pleasure. Dumb. By the way, he's in jail right down the road from me here in Fort Worth. Anyway, number 2 comes out like in a couple days. The point is with Toby and here for a moment are talking about, it has already happened. The people, come on, is there traffic? There's traffic. People are getting out of the house. Now, are they going to the movies or are they watching stuff at home? Disney's not even sure on that. Chapek mentioned, CEO Bob Chapek also mentioned that when the interviewer asked, what are you going to do with your future movies? I mean, movies are a big piece of the Disney business. Are you going to stay putting them premiering on Disney Plus? Are you going to put them in-house? He has said over and over again, and he restated, listen, I've already said this before. Each different property, each different movie, each different story is its own answer to that question. They're going to strategize on that specific movie. Should it go straight to Disney Plus? Should it go straight to the movies? Or should they do both? And that's the way they're all doing it. Also, new series coming up to Disney Plus, including Star Wars. There's so much coming to Disney Plus, which is one of the stories. I'm definitely not going to get to all my stories. Oh my gosh, there's only 8 more minutes. Let's just go through this really fast. Disney and Apple and Fraggle Rock. I'm going to go through these really fast. We've got about 8 minutes left in the show, guys, and I'm going to try to get to about 10 different stories. From Mac Rumors, it's all over the place. I sent myself a couple links on this. This is just the one I hit. Apple yesterday, announced that the Disney Fight Mania, a new game featuring iconic Disney and Pixar characters, will soon be coming exclusively to Apple Arcade. For years, people talked about the Disney Apple merger. I've been a little fearful that Apple, who has more money than anyone but God, could buy them. They could buy them for cash. They could buy Disney for cash and not even put a big dent. Well, I guess it'd be a big dent. Now, that's not totally fair. They have enough to buy Disney with their cash. But, and it makes sense. You know, the Pixar thing, Disney and Pixar probably would have already been a deal had Steve Jobs not passed away. Be it same company. It is what it is. Developed by Mighty Bear Games, Disney Mania brings a large number of Disney and Pixar characters together to battle in a virtual arena. Characters from Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, The Incredibles, Toy Story, and more battle against each other in the 3 versus 3 matches as they compete to become Disney champions. Think first shooter game meets Disney meets the UFC, I guess. I don't know. Toby says, yep, good business. If the movie has a high demand, it will likely go to Disney Plus premiere. Yeah, I think more and more as we develop more into the future, there'll be more things going straight to the streaming service because they want you to plop down your monthly fee more than go watch the movie in the thing. Anyway, Fraggle Rock. My wife loves Fraggle Rock. I got to mention that. In addition, Apple today shared a teaser. This is yesterday. A teaser trailer for the Apple TV Plus original series, Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock. Does that have anything to do with Disney? The Fraggle Rock part? No, but my wife loves Fraggle Rock. I had to share. I don't even know if she's watching. Encanto reviews are through the roof. So apparently, what is this? Next week? 24th pops in my head. I don't know. It's the week of Thanksgiving. I think it's about a week away that it comes out. Apparently, the music is iconic. One reviewer said it's the best new thing from Disney in 6 years. One of them said it fits right in with the greatest soundtracks Disney's ever done. Speaking of Disney soundtracks, you should check out my show, The Disney Countdown, on Magic the Mouse Radio. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you don't, it's an internet radio station, WDIZDB.com, WDIZDB.com. Go check them out. Just type in Magic the Mouse Radio in any browser. It'll take you to the radio station. Disney music 24/7. My show comes on a couple times a week. I hope you check it out. The top 100 songs of all time. Maybe the next episode will have some from Encanto. Anyway, the reviews are through the roof. Amazing. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet. A little bit business stuff. Look at this headline from the LA Times. Netflix is worth more than Disney. How the mouse can bounce back. So that's the valuation that's so crazy. So Netflix, great business. I subscribe. I'm not an investor. I don't own any Disney stock. But I subscribe and I love their content. I'll be watching Tiger King 2 this weekend probably. And my brain cells will be in pain for it. But I'm a fan of Netflix. Disney Plus, 2-year anniversary. Disney Plus, the business alone, is not quite Netflix. Yet this headline, Netflix is worth more than Disney. How the mouse can bounce back. If you're talking about stock prices only, Disney is on sale because you get the Disney Plus service, which is going to be the bulk of their profits moving forward. Not even talking about the Metaverse stuff, not even talking about all their Disney parks, which definitely disappointed over the last few months, but pandemic. Also, they're about to win probably the Sunday night NFL ticket. Disney owns ESPN. Look at what Disney did with the Peyton Manning, Eli Manning show. That's Disney. ABC is Disney. And it took a dead fish of content. Super in the house. What's going on? Hey, Super, I can't pronounce the rest. Welcome in. They're about to move into betting, daily fantasy sports betting included. It's going to be huge for Disney. It's going to be huge. Using the ESPN branding will be licensed to Caesars or one of the online daily fantasy betting sports apps, and they'll pay $2 billion for it. Yes, the Manning format for I didn't watch it last night, and I didn't watch it the last 2 weeks. I just had busy Mondays. I'm a football nut. I watch football a lot. I haven't had Monday Night Football as must-see TV in years. I just, you get it to be an adult, you get busy, all the stuff. The Manning show is the best thing on TV for a football fan. It's the best. It's the best. Peyton Manning is awesome. If you love the details of football, former football coach here, former high school football coach, Peyton Manning is elite in speaking football. Also, hilarious. Eli, I don't like Eli. I'm a Chargers fan. I've never wanted to like Eli. There's nothing not there to like. He is just a nice guy. Hilarious. And all the people they bring on, it is so good. That is Disney. Chapik mentioned that, by the way. They own ESPN. ESPN was a dead fish sucking money out of the business to the tune of billions a quarter, and it is now bringing in revenue. ESPN Plus, hugely, surprisingly profitable for Disney. They're crushing their goals on subscribers, and they're only going to do better and better and better. So, yeah, you missed that show. Are you back yet, by the way? I don't even know. I need to check up Pete. I'm talking to you. I don't even know if I'm caught up on where you're at. I don't have cable, but I saw the first Manning version of Monday Night Football this season, and I really enjoy it. I don't have cable either. I use YouTube TV. Price has gone up. I don't promote it as much as I used to. It was such a good deal. Now it's pretty much comparable to paying cable, which is kind of disappointing. But yeah, I don't. Cable sucks. They're all about 35 minutes from my house, and even the people here, I like Eli. I don't want to like Eli. He's likable. I don't think it's a whole thing. We don't have time for it. Another time. But they're the nicest people ever on earth. Yeah, I love them. Cable is too much. But again, YouTube is too much now. But I don't know. I'm not poor. I'm not rich. I'm just a normal guy. Cable sucks. Quote me. Yeah. Toby just did. It does. You can quote me. All right, let's get back to this. I'm way behind. Oh my gosh, it's 1 minute till 10. Disney employees are flying to Central Florida. If you're in the area, Gonzo, I know a bunch of friends who have in the last 2 years moved from places otherwise to Central Florida. I'm glad you did now because the inventory of houses is going to go away. Disney executives and employees are moving from Anaheim there, plus all the other reasons to move there. So it is what it is. That's a whole story. I'm not going to have time to get to it. We already got to the Encanto stuff. I'm going to skip over that. Disney to buy Peloton. So I have a Peloton downstairs. I know if you look at my belly, it doesn't look like I've got a Peloton. I need to get on the Peloton. That's the problem. I pay the monthly bill. I just don't get on it enough. But Peloton is down. I actually own a few of those. I've got crushed on that. Disney could win big by acquiring Peloton. I agree. Peloton stock price plummeted. A potential outcome for Peloton could be an outright purchase by Disney. I would love this. Jeff, my oldest, oh, really? They moved to Austin? When did that happen, buddy? I need to catch up with you, man. I don't even know what's going on. Toontown. We're really almost done, guys. I'm going to go through this fast. Do you like Toontown? In Disneyland, it's changing. Disney continues reimagining Toontown with new Mickey and Minnie themed rides, multi-sensory park area. I'm going to read a little bit of this. Big changes are coming to Toontown at Disneyland. This is Anaheim. With a brand new Mickey and Minnie themed ride coming to Toontown in 2023. They don't have the railroad ride that they have in Walt Disney World. It's not in Disneyland yet. Walt Disney Company announced Monday. So was that yesterday? 2 days ago? No, yesterday. It is adding a new experience in the place where Disney characters such as Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald live. They said their team of Imagineers plan to transform an area within Toontown into a multi-sensory experience of sights, sounds, touch, and sensations. Here's what I think this is. Like we're going to have the Moana, very sensory-based touch, feel, water, all that in Epcot, right? They're building that in Epcot. I think it'll be a Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, the OG Disney characters sensory thing for the young kids over in Disneyland. That's my expectation. It'll debut in 2023. Disney officials said visitors would walk in and see a brand new area called Centennial Park. Blah, 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 blah. There's a picture, if you care. So we're looking at March 2022, I believe is what it said. Catching up at chat. If Apple buys Disney, does that mean all of Disney? Yeah, I don't think there's any talks for it right now. I'm sure there's not. Although if there was talks that they wouldn't let them go public. But I think it was likely when it was Iger and Jobs. I think Jobs passing made that probably not a thing. There was a great connection there with Pixar, obviously. But there's a lot of connection. They do a lot of business. That's why it's always intriguing to me and interesting. And I always talk about when Apple and Disney merge a little bit. And that Pixar thing is the easiest merging. But yeah, Apple. Now, okay, let me go back, Toby. There have been calls to talking heads on cable financial shows. I see it all the time where they talk about Disney should break up. I disagree with that. I don't think there's any reason to believe that is going to happen, but a lot of people think it would make a lot of sense for the value. If they took out the ESPN sports division and made it its own company, if they took out the streaming and made it its own company, if they took out the parks, the properties, the parks and the resorts and made it its own, so that the parks and the properties drag down the profits on this last one, right? Even though people are saying in the headlines incorrectly, in my never so humble opinion, that it was the Disney Plus growth. No, it was the parks that dragged down the valuation. By the way, they were profitable. They made more than they were profitable. So all this is silliness, but could they break those off and make more value? Yes, but that is a very stockholder centric position. If I owned ESPN, right, and I owned the Disney parks and I owned Disney Plus, that's three different things. Could they split them off? Sure, they could. I don't know why they would. Like Berkshire Hathaway, right? Berkshire Hathaway is owned by Warren Buffett. I almost said Warren G. Warren Buffett. Very different worlds there. Warren G and Warren Buffett. Anyway, why? Berkshire Hathaway is this company of companies. Disney is this company of divisions, I'll call it. You can call it companies. We use apps and got rid of cable too. Yeah. I don't know why anyone stay. I think there's one reason to stay with cable. You don't want to change. And there's nothing wrong with that. New space ride coming to Epcot. Yes, I just asked because then Apple would own Peloton if Disney bought Peloton. I think Peloton is ripe for the buying. It's down like 1/3. I know, I bought. And I still think it's going to go up higher. I think it's a great business. But clearly, as we came out of the pandemic, people stopped buying it. They just came out with a new Peloton. I'm talking about, just came out with a new product. I don't know. I think it's for entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional financial advisor. Do your own research. Buy Disney and buy Peloton. I own them both, and I'll be adding to my portfolio with them. Disney breakup, I think, would be different reality. Yeah, it would be very different. Regulators. I love that movie. I don't like regulators as it relates to government. I like regulators as it relates to Billy the Kid. That's a joke that hardly anybody's going to get. If you get that joke, let me know. All right, we're almost done here. Toontown chains we talked about. Universal designers suing. So I've been seeing this all over the place. Frankly, I've been ignoring it. This is one of those headlines that I've been seeing and not reading. I know I'm a little over time. There's no rules here. Whatever. Designers suing Disney for drop mechanism used in Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. I'll just read real quick. Entertainment designer has filed a lawsuit against Disney claiming that Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, uses tech he designed and pitched to Disney in 2014. Some guy previously worked with Universal Creative and is now the chief creative officer of entertainment design company Raven Sun Creative. According to the lawsuit he filed in Orlando, this guy pitched an Ultra Tower show experience to Walt Disney Imagineering in 2014. This guy's patent for the drop ride mechanism used in the pitch was then pending. He claims Disney has used this technology in the popular Star Wars Rise of the Resistance without consulting his company or compensating him. The patent was filed in 2013 for a vertically aligned amusement ride apparatus. Would move a ride in sync with the video on a screen. The moment in Star Wars Rise of Resistance that uses this technology is near the end when guests drop in front of the screen when escaping the First Order. Blah, 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 blah. Look at, I saw a thing the other day. It was yesterday on one of my YouTube forums that I read. And the guy said, hey, I pitched this another YouTuber with a collab idea. He didn't say yes. He just did the idea himself. I don't know. I'm not a copyright attorney. I'm not going to play one on my show. If you've got an idea, but you don't put it in use, you're like styrofoam. Do it. If you don't have the ability to do it and you give the idea to somebody else, you share the idea with somebody else and you have the ability to do it, I would say you're an idiot. What do I know? I don't know. And I'm not a copyright attorney or did you own it? I don't know. Can you own an idea? I call your lawyer. Yeah, old Walt would turn over in his grave if Disney went to subgroups. So yeah. You always seem to put families first. Amen, Toby. Yes, Toby for the win. Heck yeah, regulators mount up. Young Guns. Yeah, Toby knows. I love that movie. Young Guns and Young Guns 2, two of my all-time favorite movies. Do you know John Bon Jovi, who sings Shot Down in a Blaze of Glory? That guy, he's actually in the pit in Young Guns 2. He's in the pit. If you look in the pit, the pit in the beginning of Young Guns 2, where Billy Kid is, Emilio Estevez. He's down in the pit and they get him out, right? But John Bon Jovi is down there. Anyway, SEC would have to approve major acquisitions on stock markets. Okay. That's enough of that. Next. Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you guys care about this? Hey, Mickey Sightings, what's going on? We're almost done here, but I'm really glad to see you here. Guardians facade. I don't know if you care. Disney finally reveals Guardians of the Galaxy coaster facade. Do you care? I mean, I don't. I'll see it. I'm not too worried about this. One of the most. I don't care. Whatever. It's there. You can see it. I'll let you go find it if you want. A lot of new items at Disney Plus. We're going to move past it. Disney Eternals or Marvel Eternals is number one at the movie box office for 2 weeks in a row. While I haven't seen it yet. While the reviews are less than good, the money coming in is pretty good. Eddie Murphy regrets turning down an iconic Disney role. Did you know he turned down a role in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Did you know that? I did not. Or if I did, I've forgotten. Disney Minecraft game comes out tomorrow. There's a bunch of new shorts on Disney Plus. Disney related home on sale in Golden Oak from one of the part owners of the Steelers. That's a lot of stuff. We went through a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of time on the Disney Metaverse and the Metaverse in general, Bob Chapek. I am the one Disney fan who will never sign that petition for Bob Chapek. You know, I'll say it. He's doing a good job. Being a CEO of a company right now during this pandemic is hard. And they've stayed profitable. They've mostly paid their employees and or brought back their employees. They've done, from my chair, a spectacular freaking job. The people who are mad at Bob Chapek are in this Disney community, people who go, they're the annual pass holders who feel like they own the place because they paid $200. And I apologize if I'm talking about some people in the chat. I think that we just overly expect stuff because we live there, because we're pass holders. I think Chapek's doing a great job, and I don't care if that pisses people off. I'm right. He's doing a good job. I don't know how long he's going to stay. I expect he'll be there for a while. The business is in good hands. Disney Plus is in good hands. There, I said it. I think we're almost done, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, you can email me. Let's do that again. Questions, comments, concerns, you can always email me. dolewhipdad@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me on Instagram. It's actually dolewhipdad. Somebody took Dole Whip Dad. Dole Whip Dad over on Instagram. Again, the email is dolewhipdad. Please subscribe, like, share. Mostly just come back tomorrow or the next day. We do this 3, 4, or 5 days a week. The break is over. I'm back at this. We'll be doing some evening streams too. Took a little poll. You're certainly welcome to vote in that poll. It's on my community tab, but the answer is clear. People are interested in that. So we'll be doing a little bit of that. I'm just excited to be back. Also, please check out Magical Mouse Radio, my show and all the shows over there, the Disney Countdown. I count down the top 100 songs of all time, 5 a week. We're going to have a show on New Year's Day. Please, please, please check it out. Should run most of the day. It's going to be 8 to 10 hours. I believe Bill's going to run it twice. I think that's the plan. Regardless, you're going to have all day of my top 100 songs, starting at song 100 all the way to number 1. We're showing you 5 a week. And the show plays, I don't know, 6 or 8 or 10 times a week. I hope you go check it out. If you like Disney music, you're going to like that. I think I've done enough damage today. The Metaverse is on the way. It's time to buy Disney stock. Will they be buying Peloton? Encanto's coming. So much more. I've got a busy day. If everything goes well, maybe I'll do a couple of these as a single video. Whatever. Love you all. Hashtag Team Replay. If you stayed all the way to the end and you're in the live or you're on Team Replay, you're amazing. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my subscribers. You can only chat, by the way, if you're a subscriber. So I hope you have done that. If you're wondering what's going on there, I know I lose a lot of people. They come in, they want to chat, and they don't because they're not subscribers. It's just a little thing I do because I think it's good. Bob and Kelly, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Lori French, thanks for being here. Keith, thanks for being here. Toby, great comments today. I really appreciated your conversation. Mickey Sighting, Toby Northern, everybody. Ken, the content coach early on. Gonzo was here earlier. Pete was here earlier. Love you all. Mean it. Go do something awesome for somebody today. Have fun storming the castle. Be good to each other. I'll see you soon. Probably tomorrow for Good Morning Disney. Bye for now. All the